Alright, we got a lot to talk about in today's video. I just quickly want to apologize if my voice sounds weird or anything. I have been sick for a bit, so I do apologize for the lack of videos. But either way, today we got a big update in MK1. Of course, we got the release of the T1000 as well as Madame Bo. I will talk about those briefly, but those are actually the things I'm going to be covering the least in today's video because they're the things that everybody knew, obviously, before the update dropped. We have some new additions to the game, some small and some pretty big, so let's just get right into it with the first thing I'm going to cover because I've already made shorts on these, and that is the release of skins for the Mortal Kombat 2 movie. And we have also had a brand new look. We had 4 for Johnny, Shao Kahn, Scorpion and Kitana. We now know that one is coming for Sub-Zero as well. It said that they're dropping later this year. I'm not entirely sure when that means, but I do remember hearing a date that was a lot sooner than I thought. I think it was around like May or something. I assumed they'd be dropping when the movie does, but apparently that might not be the case. Now, we also in the shop got some new skins. I will be showing them on the screen right now, but the two main ones I want to talk about that I think most of you will be excited about is MKX, Scorpion and Sub-Zero. These are both available now. Of course, they are in the premium shop, so you will have to have 500 or 1,000 dragon crystals if you want to be able to get both, or just one 500. And of course you can pay for them, but if you want to just grind Towers of Time, I'm pretty sure that these skins will probably be in the shop next week as well, so you probably have, I would honestly say, a fortnight, maybe close to a month to unlock these. But I wouldn't, leave it to chance. Play the game as much as you can, level up your characters if you want to get these, because they actually look really cool. And it looks like they actually gave them white eyes, or like the proper colored eyes. A lot of the time they don't bother doing that. They just leave them with the default eyes in the game. So it's cool to see them put in that extra amount of detail. And obviously these skins are pretty highly requested. So I'm interested to see if they bring back, MK9 Scorpion or MK9 Sub. We will have to see. Alright, next up, let's cover something a little bit more small. They have added in new things to the shrine. Now, if you're like me and you play this game a decent amount, you probably have a crap ton of coins, so you can go through and unlock all this stuff. Apparently, there's around 100 new items to unlock. Now, from what I've heard, none of it is actually gear. It's like banner icons, backgrounds and stuff, so nothing too crazy, but it probably won't cost you much. Like if I believe you can spend up to 10,000 coins. Now, I have like 900,000, and I know a lot of people would be in a similar boat, so if you want to just spend like 10,000, I'm sure you'll unlock a bunch of combat cards and that's it. But if that doesn't interest you, then of course just don't bother wasting your coins. But I don't see them adding much to the shrine anymore. So quickly, I want to add upon that, the files for the game had, I believe it was voice lines or something for Jade, Cassie Cage and Kun Jin, I believe. But in this update, they were actually removed. So that could potentially deconfirm another combat pack. We will have to see. It also could mean that maybe they're just trying to hide it from us, or maybe new characters are being added. We have no idea. One thing that we do know is that they seem to be recycling the seasons again, so we're not going to get any more invasion seasons is what it seems like. It stopped at 8 and now it's going to go, once this second run is done, it seems like they're going to do it a third time potentially before they reveal the next game. It'll probably be like Combat League in MK11 where it just keeps looping the seasons forever, more or less. Now, something that is very interesting is the fact that we actually have a new stage now, and it's not really a new stage. I kind of misspoke there. It is a variant of a stage, and I believe I mentioned this in a video, but I might be misremembering on that. But I'm pretty sure that I mentioned in a video that with the field stage, with every other stage it says, like, if it's just one stage it just says the name of it, but on the field stage it said the field, and then I'm pretty sure it just says day or something underneath it, which is pretty weird because why would you specifically say that if it's just the one variant? And it turns out that mine and a lot of other people's sort of prediction around that was correct. We do have a new variant. Now, how to actually unlock this, I don't know, because I know a lot of you, will be quite curious, and I will make sure to update you once I'm aware of it. But it seems like someone actually asked the Thingy, who, for those of you who don't know, he was the one that made the tracker to find and defeat Floyd last season when Conan dropped. So he's a very credible sort of source. And someone asked him, how do you unlock this stage? And from what he said, it seems like he isn't entirely sure, but it's something to do with Floyd and 100 times, which, look, that... I know that's nothing that, we really want to hear. Like, that could be doing 100 challenges, whether that adds on from the previous ones you've done or you have to start all over again, I don't know. It could be, fighting him 100 times, which is kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Like, to me, it'd be okay if it was like, do the challenges again, beat him one more time and you unlock it, that would be fine. But something to do with 100 times is kind of crazy. And interestingly enough, this morning when I hopped into the Tales of Time, on the first fight I had against Natara, before I even landed a hit, I actually got a Floyd notification, which was very strange because I hadn't done anything. It was the first thing I did. I loaded in, went to Tales of Time, and first fight, I got a Floyd notification. But it wasn't anything to do with the previous challenges. Like, if it was like I thought maybe it was like a previous one that I hadn't claimed, or it was like a, like the one where it was like get first hit on Raiden, like just a very simple one that I didn't realize I did. But it was against Natara and literally had been on the game for 30 seconds. So I'm not entirely sure. It kind of makes me believe maybe there's a whole new set of challenges now, which, look, that is cool. It also kind of isn't, because then it means we're all going to have to start tracking it again. Either way, though, yeah, we don't know too much about how to unlock this stage. But as I said, I will keep you all updated because I know a lot of you will really want to be able to unlock it because it looks really pretty. It is, I'm not too sure what the variant will be called. Like, it could be just called Night, but I don't know. The sky doesn't really look like that at night. It's a cool purpley color, sort of gives me like old school Outworld type of vibes. Now, there's even more things that were recently discovered, like some skins for Kitana, Melina, and Tanya that aren't coming till the Liu Kang season, which is still a decent way away. Also, some HBO Max exclusive skins for Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Just these sort of small things that I will probably have to make another video on in the future where we have even more details. But that's really about it, everyone. Just a decent amount of new content today. One thing I will warn you all about is that for some reason Invasions and the Tales of Time seem to be a bit more difficult than I remember. I don't know if season 3 there was like a difficulty spike, I don't really remember, but the first 2 seasons I found relatively easy, and I hopped on to the Tales of Time and got onto like the last boss fight, which usually I can do relatively easily, which I know is the case for most people, but he whooped my ass. So yeah, it was very weird. And then I went into Invasions and I also lost a few times as well. So just letting you know, obviously it could be because we're back to level 1 again, but it was very weird. It seemed to be a bit of a difficulty spike. So let me know if you guys have played the game and if you had that, or if maybe I'm just washed, who knows. But anyways, hope you enjoyed. Consider subscribing for more MK videos, especially if you want to hear more about this update and how to actually unlock this new stage. But I hope you have a great day. Again, apologies for my sick sounding voice, but I hope you're all doing well and I hope to see you in the next one.